Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Princess, if you didn't already know, and you are now in the princess lifestyle, right? Yes. Okay, it's been a little bit. It has. It absolutely has. And we'll talk about all of that in another video. But today we are here for a review on, drumroll please, the new Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation and the new Anastasia Beverly Hills loose powder. So I'm super excited to get into these two products. I have tried them out already, but I wanted to give you guys a review slash demo of what shade that I got in both of these products so you guys can see if you want to get them yourself. Okay, so in the foundation, first let me take it out of its packaging. So this is what the foundation looks like. The bottle automatically, fresh out the box, reminds me of NARS, what is it? All day luminous long, the NARS longwear foundation. You guys know what I'm talking about. It looks just like that, like exactly like that. The bottle is so similar. It's not exact, but it's very similar. So I was like, oh, thought I would pull out my NARS for a second. Oh God. This is their new luminous foundation. Anastasia Beverly Hills does have another foundation, and that is their cream foundation that they came out with like 2 years ago. I believe I have a review for it on my channel, unless I deleted it. Pretty sure I have a review for it. It's a good foundation. I just don't use it. Where is that foundation? I might have given it away. Listen, I give away makeup on a weekly basis, so I don't even know what I have at this point. But I went ahead and purchased this. I really struggled to find my shade because Anastasia Beverly Hills only had arm swatches. And I bought this when it first came online. I didn't go to the store. It's in the stores now, but I went ahead and bought this online when it first came out. I just am just now getting my video up because of extenuating circumstances, okay? But I did buy this online. The arm swatches don't work for me. They're not descriptive. They don't tell me whether or not something is going to be my shade or undertone. It really is just there. It does not help at all. So I went to their makeup artist Molly Magic's page, and she did swatches of 540W, which is this one, 550, and I think 560. And based on the swatches that she did on the model, it was still hard to tell. I think she used 550 on the model, but I don't know. I don't know. It was really just a difficult situation to try to figure out what my shade was, but whatever. So I went ahead and just got 540. It seemed like that would be the closest to my shade, but I can tell you now, 540 is not my exact shade. It's actually one shade too light, about one shade too light, unfortunately. But if you follow me on Instagram, then you have actually seen me in this foundation. I did an eye look with the Jackie Aina palette, and if you want to see a review on that, that video is now up too. Either scroll forward one video or scroll backward one video, but it's up, okay? So let's get up into it. The other product that I'm going to get into is the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose powder. Honey, I can tell you now, right now, in this moment, that I love this loose powder. This is one thing that you absolutely should try out from their line and the new products that they are dropping. This loose powder is really, really good. It's very pigmented. It is a lot brighter and more pigmented than I thought it would be. Like, this powder is not translucent at all, baby. This is a deposit of color, okay? It's perfect for highlighting. Honestly, if you wanted to put on foundation, do no concealer, but still contour if you want to, and just use this as your highlight, it'll work. And as a matter of fact, we should probably do that in this video. What do you guys think? I think so. Yeah, let's give it a whirl. Okay, so first we are going to prime. I'm going to be using my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I'm also going to be using my Huda Beauty Mattifying Primer. First up is Milk. Now the Huda Beauty, just in the T-zone. Let's go ahead and bring you guys in closer. So now that I've let my primer set into my skin a little bit, we are gonna get into the foundation now. And remember, I'm using the shade 540W. And I've already told you guys that this is not my exact shade. We're gonna move on forward, right? Yes. So the foundation is a lot thicker than I thought it would be. I was assuming just because of, you know, the bottle and everything that it would be a more liquidy foundation, but it's relatively thick. thick. Yeah, so that's what it looks like when it comes out. It doesn't drip or slide. It's a pretty thick foundation. So I'm first gonna apply it with my foundation brush. This is an e.l.f. foundation brush. As you can see, it is not my shade based on my chest, but it's workable. It's doable. So that's what 1/2 looks like. I'm gonna use my Juno Co sponge to make sure everything is further blended. Okay. That's what one side with foundation looks like. This is what the other side without foundation looks like. Okay, so I pumped out a total of 2 pumps onto my hand, and I still have this much left. So the foundation's coverage is quite good. It said that it's supposed to be a medium coverage, and I say it's medium to full because it's hiding my blemishes quite well. Not blemishes, but is it scars? Yeah, hiding them pretty well in my humble opinion. So I'm just gonna drag the excess down my neck. Yeah, the only reason I'm bothering to drag it down is just so it's a little more seamless because this is not my shade. Okay, so now it looks a little like it's my shade, but when I pull my shirt down, you guys can see that if I'm to go a shade down, it would be, hopefully, it would be exact. So next up, we are going to get into this Anastasia Beverly Hills loose powder. I chose to get the shade Deep Peach because I saw this demoed by Molly Magic, and she used it on a girl that was wearing 520 foundation, the shade 520, and she went straight into this. I didn't see her use a concealer, so I'm not sure if she actually did, but I am going to go straight in with this powder. We can really see what it does, huh? And before I get into the use of the powder, I just want to show you guys how big the, what is it, like sifting holes in this container are. I am so happy that they're big enough where it doesn't take forever to knock some setting powder out. Because a lot of companies, you know, they say, oh, we don't want it to be messy, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's all great and all, but I don't want to have to keep hitting the back of my container for like 10 minutes just to get a little bit of powder out, you know? So shout out to Anastasia Beverly Hills for not wasting our time. Okay, and I'm gonna apply this with a little blending brush. Where is this from? Japanese. So that's what the powder looks like. It really is a pretty peachy color, which I love. And you guys can see I'm using a small blending brush, which means I'm not picking up that much product, and it's still super duper pigmented as if I, you know, like put the whole shebang on my face. I did not. So the setting powder is good money, honey. Yeah. You guys see the difference? This side has the setting powder and this side does not. Really, really good. This setting powder is truly the star of the show. I love just everything about this setting powder, honestly. I just love it so much. I really am in love with this setting powder. It really just lifts the face. Okay, so this is what we look like. All set. Oh, I forgot my nose. Okay, so I'm gonna contour really quick. What should I use? Okay, so I'm gonna contour with my Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Tan. And this is what tan looks like. And I'm gonna be using my Huda Beauty Face Sculpt and Shade brush, and this is dual-sided. Blending for our lives. This is one of my favorite brushes to use. I'm just gonna go over everything with my sponge, make sure it's seamlessly blended. Okay, so the skin is done. All right, so this is the finished look. You guys have asked me a couple of times, not a couple, many times in my DMs and everything, when am I gonna drop this review for the foundation and the loose powder, and here it is. My review is that it's a beautiful foundation. It has an amazing finish and it does hold up. I'm gonna try to insert a picture of me when I first put on the foundation in my other look that I did, and then what I looked like, you know, 10, 12 hours later. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. You saw me demo the Luminous foundation, which is not my shade. I don't know what the lighting is giving, but you guys, I can tell that it's not my shade. I demoed the Anastasia Beverly Hills new Luminous foundation in the shade 540W. And I also demoed the Anastasia Beverly Hills new loose powder in the shade Deep Peach. My thoughts on the foundation is that it's a really great foundation. It looks very gorgeous. It looks like, not exactly like the Pat McGrath foundation, but like a cousin of the Pat McGrath foundation. Pat McGrath foundation, honestly, that is probably the most beautiful looking foundation I've ever used. That's just an aside, but this is very reminiscent of that. It's not as beautiful, but it is beautiful, a beautiful luminous foundation. I'm not wearing any highlighter, so that foundation actually is booming. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wearing any highlighter, and look at my skin. It's a beautiful foundation. I just wish I had my correct shade. That makes me sad. Other than that, it's a good foundation. It's definitely something that you should try. I don't know if it's a keeper, but try it out. See if you like it. Now, the loose powder, on the other hand, is an absolute yes. I love the loose powder. I love how pigmented it is. If you watch this whole tutorial from start to finish and you saw that I didn't use any concealer, this is literally just contouring in the loose powder as is. It is that pigmented that it can act as a highlight shade. You don't really need concealer unless you have some dark circles that you want to cover up. And even then, I would say to just spot conceal, because with this powder, you really don't need to use concealer unless you're going for a super bright under eye look. But if you're not going for a super bright under eye look, then this is going to be good enough. I can promise you that. If you want to see the second look that I did using this foundation and loose powder, stay tuned to the end. In that video, I did use concealer with the loose powder, so you guys will be able to see the loose powder used on its own as a highlight, and then the loose powder used in conjunction with a concealer, and you will be able to see that that is a much brighter, more impactful concealer type of look. Okay, and it's still gorgeous, for the record. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys to the moon and back, and I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye. Oh, and if you want to see how I got this eye look, go to part 2 of this video, okay? Because it's booming and it's bamming and I'm looking real stepmomish, okay? I'm stepmomming. Let it be known. I say let it be known. All right.